It's the strongest move yet to combat a heart-clogging killer blamed for thousands of deaths every year. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is moving to ban trans fats. So what about Canada? Well, Health Canada has recommended limits and ordered mandatory labeling, but critics say we need to go much farther. Ross Lord reports.
Health authorities already have trans fats on the run. Now, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration wants the troublesome food ingredients to disappear completely, with a proposed ban that many say is overdue.
We could save about 7,000 lives and prevent about 20,000 heart attacks in this country every year. So that's why we think this is an important step.
Trans fat is made by bubbling hydrogen through hot vegetable oil, converting the liquid oil into a fat that's solid at room temperature. Food manufacturers use trans fats for texture, for longer shelf life, and to keep flavors consistent. But the FDA says longer life for products means shorter lives for humans. And with thousands of Canadian deaths a year also blamed on trans fats, there are calls for Canada to follow suit.
I think that we have no choice. I think Health Canada and the Canadian food industry really has to take this as the next step.
In 2007, Health Canada recommended limiting trans fats in two ways: to 2% of the total fat content in vegetable oils and soft spreadable margarines, and 5% of total fat for all other foods. But the government has suggested there's no need for a ban, because much of the food industry has complied, bending to the will of health-conscious consumers.
I don't buy them and I don't cook with them.
The owner of this Halifax bakery says the battle against trans fats is already over.
Bakeries have moved away from trans fat as a natural choice, I think, for quite some time.
The big guys have backed off too. Tim Hortons says it significantly reduced its trans fat content years before Health Canada asked the Canadian food industry to do so. But trans fats are still found in many restaurant fast foods and things like potato chips and microwave popcorn. And with the FDA declaring no level is safe, there's growing pressure to completely eliminate trans fats from the Canadian food supply. Ross Lord, Global News, Halifax.